Here we are back again, just a little tiny break at the Blizzard Warcraft Invitational. Of course, we want to present more action to you guys at home. And first one-on-one is over, but of course we want to show you all the great game modes that Warcraft 3 has to offer. Yesterday 4-on-4 and free-for-all. Now another team game, and Remo is with me here at the casting couch. He knows the teams and he will present them to you.
Yes, after our first serious mode game, I guess we could call it, we're going back to the team games again. Before I tell you the teams, I must say I was a little bit skeptical of team games in the past. You know this, we've been casting together for
9 years.
For 9 years. There may have been a break in between, but yeah, it's been a long time. And I've really come around to team games, man. There was so much action and fun yesterday.
Told you so.
I've never seen a 3v3, v3, v3. So I wonder what that's going to be looking like.
I did. There was a tournament or a show match in China, organized by TED, of course, the legendary undead gamer, first undead to win WCG. And there was race war. So you had 3 night elves, 3 orcs, 3 undead, 3 humans.
That sounds horribly imbalanced.
That was super fun. If I'm not mistaken, Foggy won in the end. It was Foggy, his coach Poe, and I'm not too sure. But I think the night elves won in the end due to their experience in those teams.
When was this? Because it doesn't ring a
9
bell
months ago.
for me at all.
It's been some time since then.
Okay, but anyways, you want to know about the teams, and the teams are, we, as Grubby was telling you already, we had a draft. 4 legends got to pick their players. It was A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A. So the 4th guy got to pick the next one, and so on. I guess you guys understand. Taker was starting with his pick, Foggy. Also on his team is Focus. So every legend picked 1 European and 1 Korean to have, you know, a diverse crowd of people. So Taker, Foggy, Focus. Insomnia, Remind Happy, MaDFroG, LawLiet, Effect, and Grubby HawK Lyn. Those will be our 4 teams. 12 players again, like the FFA yesterday. Shout out to Greg, by the way, our observer, who did a great job yesterday. We have great faith in you to bring us the best of the action once again. We are, by the way, going to Ice Crown. A map very fitting for the 3v3. We really have to have a
It's the threes.
The threes.
Yeah,
for
it's
the threes, I guess. Because you start like in these 4 corners where the 3 bases are next to each other. So I guess we're going to see a bit of a slower early game, perhaps with more creeping. But that's very good. For more experience, for more ultimates.
For more ultimates, that's what we want to see. We do have some time as the players are still setting up. I guess some players are smoking, or one maybe. I don't actually know if Lyn is gone or not. But if you're new or returning to the Warcraft scene, we did quite some improvements recently. For example, we have a subreddit that you can find at reddit.com/r/WC3, or it's easier to use reddit.backtowarcraft.com, I guess. And we have a Liquipedia. There's basically everything is covered there in terms of tournaments. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in Europe, in Korea, in China. The amazing Liquipedia boys, they cover everything over there. So that's wiki.backtowarcraft.com. Of course, we have social media as well with Facebook and Twitter. You can find all the important links under the stream in the description. And it would be cool to bring you back into the community. Of course, we welcome everybody with open arms, especially the subreddit. If you have any questions like how to get back in the game, guys are very helpful there. Same goes for our Discord. It's discord.backtowarcraft.com. Always very helpful. With that,
yeah, I was hanging out there a little bit earlier. I had some free time here to start with. I thought maybe we should bring on some more pros today. That's what I'm going to try to do for the 1v1s, especially to have like some expert analysis. We had Foggy and HawK here. I think Remind's going to be... I got it written down somewhere. So it's going to be more guys. Remind's going to be coming. Taker's going to be joining.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of expert insights, ideally. But of course, in the threes, as we call them, it's going to be more of a chaotic, hectic game.
oh yeah,
More like a... You know, with... not a, right, never mind. I was trying to explain something and I realized I'm not going to be able to do that in a short enough amount of time. Anyways, it's going to be hectic and chaotic, a nice breath of fresh air here between the serious games. Will, by the way, be followed up by our next 1v1. Going to be Foggy versus Focus. That's also going to be a hype match.
It's really going to be good. Like, the best Night Elf versus Orc player against one of the best Orc versus Night Elf players. So that's something to look forward to. And for the first time, I guess we have 2-on-2s as well. two of them actually. One in the Euro versus Korea clan war with Happy and Foggy playing together. I don't know who will play for the Koreans yet. It's kind of a secret, I guess.
No, it's gonna be Lyn and LawLiet.
Oh, okay.
I asked them earlier. I thought they had predetermined. They said, "Good question." I don't know, Remo.
Okay.
That's what he told me. But then they decided. Still have to work out the maps, but that shouldn't be too hard.
Happy seems to be in a good mood. And we have Legends 2-on-2 as well, so this is not the last you will see from Grubby, Taker, Insomnia, and MaDFroG, as Grubby and MaDFroG will team up. They faced each other yesterday in the semi-final of the old school tournament where Grubby won 2-0. This time they will be partners after their fierce rivalry in 2003. Now they are on one side fighting Taker and Insomnia, and I guess both parties prepared some strategies. Like Taker especially, like he seems to be like the strategist here. Like immediately when we had the threes teams down, he sat down with his teammates. Okay, let's discuss this together. I can do this and I can do this. And yeah, Foggy is very helpful with that as well. So Taker and Foggy, two geniuses melting their brains together.
Honestly, it seemed like they were all taking it fairly seriously. Happy and his team had the War Council, and so did Lyn and the boys with Grubby and HawK. So I don't know about MaDFroG, LawLiet, and Effect. They seem to be preoccupied with something else. Maybe that's going to come into play here. But I'm really looking forward to what Grubby especially has planned with his two mates. He was, you know, giving a bit of a hint, a bit of a foreshadowing. He said, it's not going to be what we can expect from the solo games. So does that mean no Blade Master? Does that mean no Grunts? Does that mean
Torrents?
Torrents? Dude, don't make fun of it. Torrents.
Never. I would never make fun of a Torrent.
Are the coolest units in the game.
They are way too strong. I'm not making fun of people that are stronger than me. So sometimes with you, but
if you were a character in game, which one would you be?
Just strength-wise, maybe a priest. More like a necromancer, I guess.
That's pretty good, though. I mean, there's like other characters, like in the campaign, there's little Timmy. Remember him? In the human campaign? The little boy who got lost in one of the first missions that Arthas had to find in a side quest.
I think I would be the penguin quitter, actually. That suits me best, I think.
That was so obvious, actually.
Speaking of penguins, they live in snow, and this map is on snow as well. Let's go to Ice Crown. It's the threes. And all 12 players once again on one map. You see it in the bottom, and Greg at the observer slot. Have fun with that. I hope you do such a great job as you did yesterday. So, in the upper right, we have Lyn's team together with Grubby and HawK. HawK, of course, the winner of the FFA, so he's quite experienced with that. And Grubby is playing Night Elf.
All right, Taker staying with Orc here in the bright green. Is that a new green? It looks like a new green. Foggy staying with his Night Elf. Focus also with the Orcs. And already a shop coming up or something.
So they stay at 2 Orcs. Usually, I think that's not that great. Foggy was talking to Taker, like, why would you pick 2 Orcs? Or like, want to have 2 Orcs in the team. But yeah, Grubby seems to agree and switches up to Night Elf.
Remind Insomnia and Happy stay with their main races. Going over to the red team. It's Effect. Also with the humans. LawLiet, Night Elf, Demon Hunter first. He had super high hero levels in the FFA. Not enough in the end, though. And MaDFroG here with Undead as well. So is this only Grubby switching races?
Yeah, I think so. So this is what he meant by, this is not what you would expect from me in one-on-ones. Of course, you wouldn't expect a Night Elf playing Grubby on his stream. Yeah, of course. But, oh, Torrent Chieftain first.
Nice.
In team games, as always, the auras count twice or 3 times as much as they do in one-on-one. So the TC has the endurance aura. Taker does the same. So more movement speed and more attack speed for the armies of their team. That's also the reason why the Night Elves will go for the bottom aura, as it gives more damage to every single ranged unit.
It's like all TCs. It's triple TC. So yeah, as you said correctly, the auras. So damn effective. Focus has been playing a lot of TC Raider lame, I guess if you want to call it that, in the games prior. Wasn't necessarily too effective in the Euro versus Korea 4v4. But maybe it can be this time. Seems like here should be pretty safe to... Oh! Safe to expand! And you can have like a double expo with only 1 base action.
Nice! This is of course great for human and orcs, as they can just build 1 building and then put the workers to the 2 gold mines here. It's not possible for Night Elf and Undead. Well, for Undead it is possible as well, but you have to enchant it or
Summon the Haunted Gold
yeah,
Mine.
summon the Haunted Gold Mine, and therefore it costs extra.
It's like the old Avalanche specialty.
Indeed.
That was all you guys who have been around for Warcraft for a long time in the competitive scene. Avalanche used to be a map in 2v2. I'm pretty sure it was pretty damn busted balance-wise, but it provided a lot of awesome games. Seems like for the first time here, enemies will be meeting. It is the Demon Hunter. Scouting for an expo. In fact, it's coming up. Only he by himself should not really be able to delay this too much. LawLiet, with 0 experience here, will be forced back fairly quickly. And the expo for effect should be coming up without much problem.
Alright, there we see it. Remind with his Demon Hunter there, but LawLiet still harassing. Losing quite a bit of HP there, so should be forced into a town portal quite soon. Is everybody going for this double expansion, or is there one race that can't do it? Okay.
We have it here, we have it over there. That's not perfectly placed
Nope.
though. That's a little far away. But
So far, the team of Foggy, Taker, and Focus.
oh, first hero kill perhaps here. Long range fiend shot, 25 HP.
Taker survives. Yeah, actually, they don't have a human. They don't have an. Okay, they could do it with an orc, but
It's really hard to creep, man.
yeah, yeah.
Is this like a red camp or something? Oh, red drake egg. Ooh.
Great for
That's so good.
early harass, because on tier 1 there's not too much anti-air, so you could use it against the upcoming expansion.
Yeah. Actually, for once, furballs would be pretty nice from that camp because there's no dispel yet.
Yes.
Usually one of the crappiest items that you can find.
Foot of accuracy in this army also pretty good. They don't have a knife. Okay, they do have a knife for the Demon Hunter first, so the Fiends benefit, the Archers benefit, and of course later on, maybe a Mortar Team, so whatever, Destroyers, Worms, all that good stuff. Potion of Restoration, so big items very early on in this game, prior to tier 2 even.
We also saw a stone token from the other team. And yeah, if you find a Scroll of Restoration here, if perfectly used, how sick is that with 3 armies?
It's pretty good.
But nobody was fortunate enough to find that. That would have been quite, yeah, the imbalance drop, to be honest. Archmage almost level 3 here. Creeping is going to get easier with that. And as we were kind of expecting, it is quite a bit of creeping first. Level up those heroes. And there we have the Talisman of the Wild. Summons the first Furball from it. And yeah, more creeping.
Yeah, Lyn was talking to me earlier, and he said, like, team games, man, they're so hard. I was like, why? Because they're dependent on your
Ooh, Scroll of Restoration.
allies or what? And he was like, no, so many units, so many effects, my eyes hurt. Okay, old man. Oh, Focus paused the game.
And
Something's up.
something's wrong. Should be resolved shortly, though.
Alright, so let's getting back here. Cool start. With, of course, a lot of creeping. It's kind of the calm before the storm. But everybody is well equipped, I guess.
It seems like they're all
What's to
gearing
come?
up for the late game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, getting the expos ready, getting the hero levels ready, and we could be in for a long one here, though. But if we, in our mental eye, think back on the map and where the expos are positioned, if one team grabs an advantage, grabs map control in the middle of the map, assaulting those expansions should be super easy. Like they're not like hidden behind a forest or anything. So
Especially when we think back to the Chimera assault.
Oh, yeah.
LawLiet did. This could work perfectly here as well.
And of course, in team games, you can feed your allies. The guy with 2 gold mines is gonna have so much income.
Yep. I wish, like, they wish there would be a better function to do that. Not like open the menu, click, 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 click.
Actually, there is a little trick to enhance.
Oh, Remo, special Remo.
I told you, 3v3, we used to have a little stint in there with me and my classmates back then. You hit control, so that doubles the effectiveness of each click to give resource, and then you would use the mouse wheel, so you know,
That's true.
send over all those resources. And I think they're going to be doing that. We saw all the humans expanding, and of course with the fast expo, you're going to be delaying your tech, so using all that money on yourself seems to be way less effective than giving it to a higher tech ally.
Yes.
Usually the undeads or the night elves.
Yes, the undeads with worms always like benefit from feeding like that. We've also seen double crypt starting undeads who get fed by other players with lots of fiends early on. Here we see a shot. The tables are rearranged from yesterday, so the 3 players are sitting right next to each other in little groups. That's quite nice.
Need to make sure that the
Taker's having some good fun over there. I don't even know what's up.
maybe his sound issues again. We had that earlier. That was fixed though fairly quickly on LawLiet's side. So bear with us, guys. Here, it's not gonna take too much longer.
Mr. Pete Stillwell doing the tech support.
I wonder if Taker's laugh is being picked up here on the
I
microphone.
certainly hope so. One of the best last in Warcraft.
Mr. High, Christopher, he's gonna be going out with us tonight. He says, "Yeah, we have to go drinking a little as our elaborate end to this 2-day journey. Of course, it's far from over, but this is the last day. If you have any old Warcraft fans, tell them what's going on here. Tell them that after so many years, a big patch has rolled around again, and only the first of many to come, it seems. Issues seem to have been resolved."
Yes, here we are, back again, and the game is resuming. So we can go in-game again into the threes. 12 players, 4 teams, and a lot of money already.
Oh, JK. Problem seems to be still apparent.
It's a nice back and forth here with the camera. The production quite busy with us. But it's fine, I guess. Actually, I don't really know what the issue is just now.
Me neither. We could guess, though.
Hotkeys?
Maybe he needs some Red Bull because he's getting sleepy.
Ah, they have no unit control.
Oh, is that a new bug that we were discovering here on the PTR, perhaps?
Possibly.
We're not really on the PTR, but we have we have the PTR build.
Yeah, it's a special build where a few bugs are fixed already.
So the unit control. Not every one of you may know this, but in team games in Warcraft, you can tick a box and then you can control your allies' units. Or if you tick the box, other people can control your units.
Yeah, if you're playing with French players, then don't check that box.
I wonder what happened in your ladder games back then, because
dude, it's not coming from me only. Like everybody is saying that.
It's like a burning passion of yours. Every time you can get a jab in.
Yeah, if you play random team, then you know that.
French players, I have no problem with you. It's just this guy.
I have no problem with them personally.
Does Todd know about this, by the way?
Oh boy, he's gonna high kick me next time he sees me. Oh man,
again. I never really played RT, I have to say.
It's fun.
It's an adventure, right?
Like, of course we were young and children back then, so if I was teamed up with a night elf and he wasn't talking to me or anything and he granted me control, I just blew up all his wisps.
Nice.
Yeah.
How friendly of you.
Okay, if you're not talking to me, man, then why?
But there were some things you couldn't do. Like you couldn't cancel production, right? Isn't that how it worked?
Yeah, that's true. But you could.
Escape didn't work kind of like on PTR nowadays.
They are fixing it though. It's all right.
Oh, by the way, I seem to have stumbled upon a solution for this. So most people, when they do their custom keys, they use the custom key sample text file. They copy that, they change what they want to change in it, and then they rename it to custom keys and copy that in. I didn't do it that way. I did it the more cumbersome way. I made a new text file called custom keys, and I just manually copy-pasted all the commands out of the sample into there and changed them then. So that should fix it, because it does work for me.
Special Remo custom keys.
Custom key routes. That's the one.
That's true. So they're reloading the map right now and hope that it fixes the problem. Otherwise, we might have to restart or something. I'm not aware. But this should be over in a bit. What's up in the next weeks here, Remo, at Back to Warcraft?
Dude, you know my memory is horrible. I'm pretty sure it's...
And they're putting you on the spot. I like that. Now that you have
I'm pretty sure it's GCS qualifiers, because we did that last week. Yeah, GCS qualifiers have started. GCS summer is upon us in July, so quite a bit of time still left. They have changed the qualifying system. It's now more heavily focused on the ladder, on the NetEase ladder, that is. We're going to have one American qualified, not through ladder, but we're going to have quite a few Chinese and quite a few Europeans. You really put me on the spot there, because usually that is his forte. You know, it's basically my first appearance today, and already I feel like I'm getting the boot. No,
it's like a bird being thrown out of the nest to learn how to fly. Yeah, in case
how
you
did
don't know,
how did it go? Did I manage to spread the wings and fly?
you didn't really crash. You're alive. That's fine. So if you don't know what GCS is the Gold Championship Series. It's basically our World Championship that we have in Warcraft 3. We do that twice a year, and it's been held in Shanghai, China, by a company, as I said, NetEase, who provide the ladder in China. It's a company partnered up with Blizzard to provide to distribute their games there. And they're holding this tournament, and it's basically the only except from this one, international LAN that we have. So qualifiers for that are pretty important. And yeah, it's the Asian qualifiers, the best of China and the best of Korea we're going to face there. So we're going to stream as soon as we're back to Germany. We will start streaming them. And it seems like it's working now. So let's go back into the game. The threes are finally continuing. And everything is set for some great Warcraft action as the initial creeping has been done, the initial expanding has been done, and now we want the fighting.
So Grubby stuck with his Night Elf race here. He didn't revert back to Orc. He is still sticking with the tree huggers.
They did restart, as it seems, like the entire game.
Yeah, I know. But he could have chosen Orc this time.
Yeah, but I thought they would just play from the safe game. But
okay. No. So there was one potion of restoration dropped. I forget for which team it was, but whoever it was, maybe they are, not so satisfied with this restart, as this item can be absolutely amazingly powerful.
yeah, unfortunately, some teams exposed their strategies now. There's no surprise factor anymore.
Yeah,
but there was no big thing, I guess. Like every team with a human expanded there, and there were a lot of TCs. Pretty common in team games. Remind again with the Demon Hunter, no Potom, no Keeper. That's one of the very few heroes who has no aura right from the start.
But he's got a pretty good ultimate, if you get there.
That is correct.
And that in threes should be fairly easy to achieve if you stay on one hero.
With chaos damage and splash, that's actually quite nice.
By the way, I imagine there's a tavern here because there's a whole bunch of neutral buildings. I'm throwing Greg off here as he's going around.
I think it's not because it's a Reign of Chaos map. I don't think there's a tavern.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That would be... Okay, so we're not going to have a panda.
Yeah. So, Matt Morris, maybe you take a look into this map and build a tavern somewhere.
Yeah, surprisingly, in the FFA, we barely saw any pandas. It was only LawLiet, if I recall correct.
Could be a cool opportunity to play a Dreadlord, though. And of course,
that's true.
The Crypt Lord again with his improved Impale.
Yeah. We said before, auras are all the rage in team games. But yeah, not just auras, but auras along with AoE spells. The damage you can get out of that, the value is absolutely crazy. So fast expansion seems to be on the menu once again, with Team Red in the top left. Effect expanding once more. MaDFroG here helping out with the creeping a little bit with the Crypt Fiend. Doesn't seem too hard to creep at all, right? Does it? Considering it's 2 gold mines there.
Yeah, with Militia and Water Elementals and additional units from your allies. It's okay. Oh, Archmage with Rune Bracers. That's pretty cool.
Can be really nice.
Lowers the damage of spells that are coming in. So there's gonna be a lot of nuke, especially on the Archmage, since he's so squishy. So that item will help him. Row of the Magi on another Archmage that gives him more damage and more mana. This is also pretty nice. So far, nobody can really complain.
Foggy gets the Boots of Quel'Thalas here. The Potom has received a bit of a buff. Potion of Divinity, the first really big drop has been found here. Not the Scroll of Restoration, that's what everyone is looking for. And yeah,
25-second invulnerability from a potion, that's really sick. That's like one entire fight.
Especially for the TC, it's so good. Like, he can move with impunity to get the perfect stomp off. May, of course, also just be the Shockwave. We're gonna
usually, if you move in with a TC, that's gonna be a lot of focus on him, because he seems to be very strong, but on early levels, he really isn't as tanky as you would think.
Yep.
So that helps to get the perfect position for that stomp and that Epicenter Stomp. Triple level up for Lyn, Grubby, and HawK.
A TC especially suffers from low armor, and usually there will be units with Orb of Corruption, and suddenly that beefy milk cow can start to drop very quickly. Now the two teams here next to each other, we have the Stone Token for the red team.
Stone Token provides the Rock Golem, who has a boulder which stuns.
Oh yeah, really good for hero focus.
Yes. They don't have too much nuke.
Spiked Collar. That's okay, bit of mana burn, but no one so far seems to have been able to find the luck for the Potion of Restoration.
Right. So first little skirmish here, but there's a Scout Owl, by the way, so the Potom doesn't have Searing Arrows. I guess scouting more important than the +10 from the Orb.
Yeah, and when the armies are like 200 supply, that +10 damage really doesn't make the hugest difference. Double Boots of Quel'Thalas here for Foggy. So for him, the Searing Arrow seems to be really worth it now.
Yeah, I mean,
with additional attack speed.
With additional agility, you get more attack speed, that's true. and therefore more damage because you summon more orbs.
Furbolgs once again here, this time on this Demon Hunter. They're gonna grab up the next consumable level 5 it is, right? Yeah, consumable level 5. And Stone Token, still no scroll.
Gonna be quite some summons there. So
There it is.
Scroll of Restoration it is for Take Care, Focus, and Foggy, but they're getting creep-jacked here.
Alright, MaDFroG with the Fiends, his allies. Oh, nice shockwave coming in. Only level 1 though, if I saw that correctly. Well placed, but not the best level.
They have 2 TCs, by the way. I guess one of them has Stomp and one of them has Wave.
Could also be double wave. I don't know. Driving them back now is the green team.
He moves like he has Stomp, but yeah, that's what I mean. Coil is only level 1, but still hurts him.
Still have the bug, unfortunately, it seems. But we're gonna have to live with that, I guess.
Yeah, remind. Tells it right. Just go on.
Alright, I hope somebody's writing it down. We found a new bug, guys. And hopefully we're gonna be able to fix that soon. For the...
That's what we're here for, right?
The 3s community.
Improving the PTR. Now we found this one. See Insomnia in the bottom. Should be, like, I wonder if the old school is doing the big fights. Could be a little overwhelming for them.
Yeah, a lot of level 3s coming out here. Archmage still has the Water Elemental. I would really to see reskill to Blizzard later, as once again AoE is key. This guy has an Ankh actually. He's gonna have a big item most likely as well. And Potion of Restoration here is gonna be really nice for the frontline tanks. Gives it over to the TC for that reason. And I thought for a second Sentry was, are you kidding me? No, Catgut's Pipe, really, really nice. Well, actually they have an Archmage, so yeah, you can sell that thing.
Ton of experience over there for, who's the red team again?
MaDFroG.
MaDFroG and LawLiet. So of course a lot comes down to leveling a little faster. It's again the calm before the storm here. Lots of archers there. As we said yesterday already, archers are a good bang for your buck in terms of damage. Like you get a real good DPS for not too much gold.
Yep. As long as they remain untouched, they're good, but once they're exposed, they're all dead.
Pretty good choke there.
Oh,
next can block a little.
I think that's the second Scroll of Restoration now. This time it's on the DK from MaDFroG.
That's pretty sweet for them.
I think most of the consumables level 5 have been taken out here. For the demon, gonna make him more survivable.
So I wonder how they will attack. Will they attack horizontally or vertically or just cross the map? Will they team up? It's gonna be interesting. Like, where's the first attack gonna land? Of course, the expansions are more exposed in the main bases, so that should be the focus point to attack.
The yellow and green team, by the way, have already expanded closer towards the middle of the map, as we can see down here. In fact, they're very close to each other. This could be a point of attack.
Yeah, they are neighbors. So far, they like each other.
Strength here on this Demon Hunter. Finding the Helm of Valor. Was hoping for an aura there, of course. Didn't get it, though. Foggy's Expo here is going to get cancelled. And there's the Stomp. And these archers, we can see it. Once they're exposed, they die so quickly. Oh, he saved 3 of them.
Yeah, he was trying to stun the bottom there to prevent the town portal. It was just a split second too late. If he does it a tiny bit earlier, then I think a lot of archers die there.
The town is under siege.
Yeah, so far they are good neighbors, but let's see for how long. You know how it is with neighbors, man. One mistake, and they hold a grudge against you forever.
Your neighbors actually hold a grudge against me.
My roommate.
So does he, yeah. I made lots of friends when I was in Hamburg.
So good timing by Effect MaDFroG.
Oh, dude, it's the ice shard.
And LawLiet.
Oh, no, it's not the real ice shard, though.
No, it's a smaller one.
Ah, it's from a Merc camp.
Yeah. Kill the production building there. So I guess HawK is going for mass mortars, as it seems. And nice harassed by Effect. Like, there's no tower, and he can't really reach. So good damage against the economy of HawK.
Yep. But HawK coming back now, he wants to defend. Is he going to lose his one water team? That's an expensive unit, a very strong unit. He's trying to kill it with a Stormbolt, and he gets it as well. Level 4 for the Archmage. But this is a very small force that Effect has. And he's blocking him in, actually! If that was intentional, I don't know, but if it was, really cool. So you will have to TP out of this. Keep most of his army alive. MaDFroG will have to evacuate as well. They didn't use any of their summons here. They still have a Red Drake and a Stone Token. the rock column.
Full spirit launch, by the way, in that one base. That was quite hard. And here, big fight now between yellow and green. Not ideal, to be honest, but there's a Crypt Lord as well. Woohoo! Nice and sweet impale.
The Witch Doctors as well with the healing ward in the back, but there's lots of destroyers up in the air for Happy. 4 of them? 5 of them? Many dispels here can be used. Crypt Lord in the front line against the TC. Who's going to die first? Seems like the Crypt Lord will be the target. Only level 1 hero though. Won't matter too much, but for now it's still alive and so much coil healing coming in. This little bottleneck is not the greatest, I guess, for the yellow team, but they're moving forward now. This seems to be a strong defense for them. Potion of Restoration coming in. Big shockwave. But that doesn't seem to be good enough.
Yellow team seems to be able to do this, right?
And the winner of this fight will kill the base right there and may be able to claim it for themselves. Nice shockwave once again. But it will not end in victory for this battle.
Does he have another impale? I don't think so. Nope. But that is the end for Foggy's expansion. His expansion got cancelled twice already. But I think he got a new one. Okay, Grubby's expanding over there. Oh, twice as well.
Ballsy.
Will they just leave him alone in over there?
I guess if once it gets scouted, it's going to get attacked, but for now it's mining.
So Foggy for sure on the receiving end there in the team with Focus and Tekka.
A player's forces are under attack.
So are they going to grab up this new base here? Seems like this is their real estate now. I know you love the Witch Doctors, but they haven't seemed too effective so far.
It's definitely fun to see them. And yeah, there's no Breath of Fire, for example, so going for casters makes more sense, I guess.
Oh, and now the yellow team was just forced to defend in that position right there where the red army is coming in at the moment. Have they taken too many losses to now defend this? Honestly, this army by Effect and Friends isn't looking too fearsome. But if they don't repair quickly enough, the Expo will fall, but they do repair quickly enough. Level up for the Crypt Lord as well. Impale could be massive.
Yes.
Oh, but now they're getting sandwiched.
Okay, if the team of LawLiet and Effect and MaDFroG realizes this could be a big thing to the yellow team. And the stasis traps, are they taking off? They would stun everything.
Not quite. Still destroyers up in the air.
No.
Oh my god. The Crypt Lord died somewhere, but we didn't see it either.
And there's Bloodlust. Bloodlust. Yeah. So much more attack speed. Does he have mortar teams behind this? Oh my god, that is sick damage.
40% movement speed. Or is it attack speed? I always get that mixed up. DK now in trouble, getting stomped. He is stunned. He can't get out of this. He needs to run away. TP to save the first hero here for Happy. He's going Frostworms now as well. And has to go back, retreat. Their Expo now seems to be falling as well in the middle of the map.
All right. Happy at 90 supply.
He's getting fed hard.
Yep. MaDFroG staying in low upkeep, most likely feeding LawLiet or Effect at some point. There's a big air army, and there's not too much anti-air in this one, right? For Lyn, Grubby, and HawK. It's just the casters. I mean, a few archers, yeah, but if there's a lot of area of effect, as we said, and there is, this will be hard for them. But Grubby's income should be crazy high now.
Yeah, seems like the blue team is pretty fortunate with how this game has transpired so far. They were not attacked at all, and now they can capitalize on their freedom and can try to take out some of the opposing bases. Now it's the next one for a mind, and this will put them back on only 5 mining gold mines.
Here comes a huge Happy army, and they have gyrocopters as well, so they decided to go for mass air.
So they will be able to defend this here, as it seems.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they have flak cannons by now as well.
This base seems to be toast, especially with the tanks coming in. So many great items, as we see here on the DK.
And that's exactly what we mentioned before, like the Chimera snipes on Trees of Life. Works so well.
LawLiet once again going for the twin-headed dragons.
Oh,
and there we go.
Nice. There's basically nothing Grubby can do at this point. Lyn could send some bad tries, but I don't think he has any. Oh, this Chimera army is huge.
Oh man, this could be a crazy fight. By the way, the first torrent of the game! Check it out! In fact, there's 2 of them for Lyn. I love it. Maybe not the greatest against Frostworms, but no, that's not the team with Frostworms, but they do have Griffiths. Oh my god, there's so many buffs going on everywhere. We have Inner Fire, we have Spirit Link, and I don't know, something else. Bloodlust.
Blizzard, thank you so much for the new widescreen. Otherwise, it would be impossible to cast.
And the base falls.
Yeah, mob team's basically the same.
Oh my god, look at how big these team members are.
A player's forces are under
Basically, oh my god, and Taker has so many Wyvern.
And yeah, against this, you need AoE. +3 on the Wind Riders, +20 damage with the Aura. And Bloodlust, +34 on the Chimps, and they're only 1-0. It's gonna get a lot higher.
It's
Alright.
big air fights.
Is there any AoE against air?
Flag cannon?
I mean from heroes, but yeah, flag cannons, you're right.
Flag
That
cannon
is really, really good. And there's no
Player's
Panda on
forces
this map.
are under
No
attack.
Tavern, no Panda. Usually
Dreadlord
the
would have
biggest
been good.
hard counter. Yeah, Dreadlord nowadays is a hard counter. That's true, but we don't see any Dreadlord.
It's a shame. But yeah, no tavern, no panda, as you said.
So,
I'm pretty sure, like in the tournament that I talked about with the Night Elf versus Orc versus Undead versus Human, Night Elves won with a big Chippo army, like Chimeras and Hippogriffs.
yeah, it's interesting how the battle of flying machines versus hippos goes.
Yes.
Because hippos usually hard counter the flying machines as long as the numbers are low enough. But if it gets really big, like 24 flying machines, and the hippos all start clumping up, then the splash damage is so crazy that the hippos win that air battle.
There's a good amount of gyrocopters in there. Is it 4 Spirit Lodges like we just saw there?
Yeah, this is getting slightly absurd.
So far, I like how they protect the mortar teams. This is not really common, and it's quite dangerous. Like this is their biggest thing against buildings, so they have to protect them. They are very squishy, easy to attack, especially by gyros at
Player's forces are
Oh,
under
dude,
attack.
this could be a big fight. They're posturing towards the west side of the map here. Tanks moving forward, by the way. Tanks also really good.
area of effect against air as well.
In 1v1, we never see this, but actually, they have pretty good anti-air with a barrage.
And there is stasis traps. So can he lure them in, or do they have detection?
I don't...
If he has tanks, he must have gyrocopters, right? So
Ah, yeah,
there's
true.
detection.
There should be some.
Yeah.
Double scout out, by the way. Hugging each other.
4 eyes see better than 2.
That's true. So far, it seems like everyone's being pretty careful. We've seen some base snipes, but aside from that one big fight where green was fighting versus yellow, they are very cautious here, not to overextend.
Yeah, whoever loses the first fight with that many units is basically out.
A town is
Will be
under siege.
steamrolled afterwards.
Oh, Frostworms with +3. And the Aura.
Can they just meet in the middle, like all 12 of them?
A player's
God, look at this
forces
gym
are
there.
under attack.
2 volleys, almost only. And
Yeah, they also should have like 3 upgrades.
oh my god, these armies. I hope the computer can take it once they fight.
Is there even a lot of dispel in those armies? Oh boy! Yellow versus green, here they come.
Oh my god, Bad Riders, speed scroll. The Bad Riders are supposed to take out the flying machines. Can they all get webbed? I don't think so. They get slowed down with a Nova though, and justify the means! Explosions everywhere. I don't know if there's any gyros left. I don't think so. And with them gone, this is looking horrible for the yellow team. Already the Lich has fallen in the chaos that is this fight. Easy victory here, it seems, for Team Green.
Oh boy, poor Remind, poor Insomnia, and poor Happy.
A town is under
It's
siege.
Happy, right? Yes, it
A
is.
player's forces are
Phew,
under
did you
attack.
see that Impale that caught like 50 units at the same time?
I was looking at the Bad Riders, so that was a little too much for me to see everything in that fight, but it was over so quick. And yeah, Bad Riders, man, they're such a great counter to flying machines.
Yeah.
And with that, you should have the air superiority.
Of course you lose them, because they detonate, and then you have to reproduce them, but with all those expansion going on, that should be no problem.
So they have just taken a massive hit, the yellow team, to the bottom right.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to capitalize yet by trying out to
Players'
take their
forces are under
trying to
attack.
take out their expo, but it seems like the green team around Grubby hasn't like barely lost anything in the last couple of minutes.
Effect is at 100 supply. I guess the others as well.
Oh, destroyers here can of course get rid of the wards very easily.
There's detection. Should be a fight between blue and red.
Some tanks
Then
here.
Grubby and HawK.
Is that the anti-air answer for tanks?
Then Grubby and HawK didn't go for too much air, right? So the tanks are pretty much useless, and they see that as well. Decide to TP out, and they would have been sandwiched as it
A
seems.
player's forces are under attack.
Bloodlust, of course, makes the unit appear bigger, but it doesn't actually increase the hitbox right now.
So what do you think about your torrents so far?
They're amazing. Check it out. They're taking out the base. Only 2 of them. Look how strong they are. So the Bad Riders don't quite find their targets. Gonna lose a few. The hero levels honestly aren't like super out of control yet. We still haven't seen the most amount of fighting. Everyone's still being careful.
4-1 for MaDFroG. But they should feel comfortable. Like they have at least 180. Like should be around 275.
It is 5 Spirit Launches, by the way.
A player's forces
Yeah, with
are
all
under
those gold
attack.
mines, of course, you have to distribute that amongst your teammates.
And that's the thing about casters, you know, when they can be worth a lot of... They can have a lot of value if they get the time to accrue all of that mana. Priests or whatever may only be 2 supply, but when they have full mana with master upgrades, honestly, they're worth quite a bit more.
Yeah. Inner fire tanks, by the way, something we very, very rarely see. More armor, of course. I think everybody should be very close to 3-3 by now, right?
I think so. I hope by the end of the game we take a look at the tech score. If anybody has
Players'
achieved
forces are
100%
under
tech points
attack.
for every single upgrade. Probably not.
You're not too far away from that. Ooh, mortar team attacks, but there are ice shards. Can't go through them, but maybe can he attack from there? Everybody is really, really careful.
The red team has gotten 2 new bases on the left side, by the way. As you can see on the oh my god, look at this! Oh, they're getting bloodthirsty, guys.
Yep.
Seems like an attack is inbound. And
boy.
here we go. This is going to be a massive fight. Tanks versus tanks. Bloodlust. Everything. Blizzard coming in as well. This is absolutely crazy. Now finding these consumables will be able to get used. Barrage everywhere. The tanks the only units that don't evaporate immediately. And here we go.
The Hippos really take a beating from those tanks, but in the north we have Blizzard rocking through that as well. This is almost a 300 supply fight. Absolutely insanity going on. Here what's of course great as the fight is spread all over the place. Second on the DK, no coils anymore at the moment.
This is like fireworks, dude. This is 4th of July. Heroes are dying somewhere. I guess it's in this battle. I'm not quite sure. Tranquility would be awesome. We have a keeper somewhere. Don't know if he's close to it. Seems like the blue team is pressing forward and winning this fight, though. Yeah, seems like red team is
Lots
pretty
of
screwed.
heroes dying. MaDFroG and Effect and LawLiet in trouble.
Rosbergs come in. Can they be the savior? I don't think so. The archers, look at how buff they are!
Yeah, I guess they have, they have marksmanship, right?
They had Roar just a second ago.
+5 and more attack speed. And they are so cheap, if you lose them, doesn't really matter. Don't give too much experience as well.
And now the red team loses their double expansion. That is a loss you cannot afford to suffer.
That was their backbone, for sure.
I don't think level 6 level 6s haven't achieved yet. Oh, look at this resurrection on the 3-3 torrents. I love it. Talon also going for a devotion aura, by the way, something we usually never see in 1v1.
And again, Effect's getting wiped out. I mean, he was just fighting there, and now his expansion's getting teamed by another player. What did Effect do to all those players, man? I don't know.
He seems like such a nice guy. I don't know either. So, the first double expo has fallen. It was that of the red team.
Effect is kind of like the new kid in town, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I think everybody else saw each other on lands before. It's just Effect.
Archmage here very far forward, harassing the 3 online. He's level 5, lots of damage from this Blizzard. Last ditch effort here, it seems. Can they break this siege that is outside their gates? They need to. They need to reclaim these 2 gold mines, but they don't seem to have the numbers at all.
Well,
This
they're
tiny
buffing up
choke
again.
That could be a serious bottleneck. Alright, Still a fearsome army here from Team Red, but doesn't look to be fearsome enough.
Yeah, HawK Lyn and Grubby now against Frog, Effect and LawLiet. They get teamed so hard.
We're pretty close to Starfall, by the way, as we're
Yeah.
seeing from the experience bar. Come on, baby. She's walking away from the experience. No, what are you doing? That's the wrong way, lady.
Oh
my god.
my god!
Oh, all right, we have a lot of AoE up
Yep.
in the air. It seems like the green team is handily winning this fight once again. Or did they lose it before? But look at these chims, dude.
Oh,
And here comes the Starfall.
and the massive impale in the bottom left, or in the on the left side.
Forces are under attack.
They have to run, they have to hide. The DK has to TP to survive this.
Oh,
Stomp
nice
coming
stop
in.
by Taker, taking out Happy Script Lord there. Just got in range, and again, TC got a little bit of movement speed. That helped for sure.
And now this seems to be the death throes of Team Red. The bases are being taken out. The armies are too small. Hero's not strong enough. Level 6 Archmage, almost, by the way, we saw right there. For HawK it is. Callan in trouble.
Can you imagine, like, this map came out with Reign of Chaos. Can you imagine the PCs 15 years ago handling a fight like that?
There must have been quite a bit of lag, yes.
Just A-click and hope. That's how I play ladder, by the way.
I know that. So many hero kills here, oh my god. The yellow team is losing everything. Happy Insomnia and Remind, that is.
MaDFroG Effect and LawLiet tap out. And seems like Remind is following. Or was it just a response to that? Nope. 2 eliminations at the same time, basically. So it all comes down to green and blue. So the teams left are Grubby, Lyn, and HawK versus Taker, Focus, and Foggy.
Alright. There are a lot of gold mines now to claim to get more economy. Is that what's going to be happening here? We saw quite a bit of posturing early on. Now the two teams have been taken out. Will we revert back to passivity, or are they going to go head-to-head immediately?
A player's forces are under
Well, they had
attack.
some big fights, so I guess they need some time to heal up, get some mana regen as well. Or maybe even claim some more expansions. Main gold mine should be dry in a bit, so having more gold income can never be wrong, especially with Night Elves involved.
By the way, we basically have ultimates now everywhere.
Yes.
So TC ultimate, well, it's nice that he doesn't die too quickly. Starfall can be incredible if it doesn't get cancelled. Tranquility can be incredible if it doesn't get cancelled. What else do we have?
A player's forces
I would
are
love
under
to see
attack.
Big Bad Voodoo now. That would last for like 0.5 seconds.
But do they even have too many cancels? Of course they have Stomp cancel, but they have no Raiders, they have no Hex. They have Stormbolt. Honestly, there's not too many cancel spells here. Archmage has Mass Teleport in a straight up fight, not really worth anything.
So we cut down from 12 to 6. And yeah, Takers and Foggy strategy worked out so far. They have a good mix, like they have a good damage with Chimeras against ground, they have Wyvern against everything basically what they want to focus. Then they have Bad Riders with Splash, and everything is of course bloodlusted.
The town is under siege.
On the ground there's basically only
Players'
casters, right?
forces are under attack.
And Torrents.
And Torrents.
I feel like they're not going to survive too long against the Chims though, I'm afraid.
Grubby and Lyn both at 1.5k gold. They're banking a lot. They're not in high upkeep, so economically that should be better for them, as I guess the entire green team is in high upkeep.
But they're moving forward now.
And
With
Grubby's under
Bloodlust,
pressure.
With Roar. So much left.
Is under siege.
It just melts away, this base.
Grubby won the Legends tournament yesterday. HawK won the FFA tournament yesterday. But at the moment, doesn't look too great for them, I think. With green team on a roll.
A shockwave here, zoning shockwave.
Create some space, I guess. So this should be 50 supply more for Taker, Focus, and
Starfall right away, the damage is ridiculous. It has to get cancelled. It's double Starfall. It's raining stars on both sides. And I got no idea what's going on. So far, no heroes have fallen. The Chims, though, once again, seem to be surviving this. First hero to fall is the Archmage. Keeper of the Grove is not level 6 yet, by the way. Oh, what a big weakness for the blue team. Tranquility would have been so amazing.
Foggy still at 100 supply. It looks a little bad for Focus, who lost like 40 supply. But Take is also rocking it, and it looks like Grubby has to tap out. It's only down to 35. Yeah, Taker's at 70. So many heroes falling there, and that should be the end. As I said before the game, masterminds of Taker and Foggy working together, and Focus, of course. Grubby just with an
Level 10 Torrent Chieftain, by the way.
Yep.
And the other one is not far away for Focus. He will delay his death a little bit with a Stomp, but he won't get out of this JK.
Wasn't that the Blizzard ban before World of Warcraft? Level 10 TC.
Elite Torrent Chieftain.
Elite Torrent Chieftain.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it was level 60 TC or something. Like, they always adjusted it. Max level.
So, can the blue team bounce back? Honestly, it seems like they didn't make much of a dent. They did make a dent, but not in Foggy's army, as you said. Still 100 supply. Focus down to only 55, however. But Foggy, man, he seems to be unbeatable. How are they supposed to take this one out? So, he's moving across. Of course, scrolls are a massive deal in team games. Maybe they want to go to the merchants, grab up some scrolls, and then finish the job. It seems like it should be theirs. Honestly, so many gold mines.
Yeah, and everything is protected as well. What's the way to come back from this? I mean, they had good banks, I guess. Like, they had 1.5k gold each. Of course, they have a lot of production. A lot should be in queues. But with the Fountain of Healing and so much map control by Taker, Focus, and Foggy, I don't know.
I must say, the
player's
Torrents,
forces
they
are
didn't
under
quite do
attack.
so well, it seemed. I was hoping for it.
Really?
Just pressing
Who
the thumbs
would have thought?
against Chimeras, right? So they're getting closer, moving towards the main, towards the top right of the blue team. Is it now time to finish this game? Can they mount a defense? Bloodlust once again sounds the attack. I think they scouted with the Scout Owl, the opposing team. So they know what's coming, and this is a fearsome sight indeed. Look at this air army.
And everything on the map is green. Like, they control the entire 12-player map. I think there's not much mining going on for Grubby, Lyn, and HawK.
Yeah, the mains have
Town
expired,
is under siege.
so they only have the 2 expansions.
Grubby gets something done here.
A player's forces are
Can he
under
get out
attack.
though? He only has 1 staff here to save one of the heroes, but oh boy.
Alright.
Those bases die pretty fast.
Yep. Siege attacks by Chimeras against the towers. They melt.
Wow. And now they have Roar as well. Dude, the value of a single bear is so ridiculous.
They have Kodo Aura, like, tagged, of course, 20% damage boost. They have Roar with a 25% damage boost. They have Bloodlust.
Podem.
Podem Aura. Oh boy. Much damage. It's plus 30, plus 57
A town
on the
is under
magic
siege.
damage.
Yeah, and they don't have the Kodo yet. There it is.
Boom!
Plus
77. Doubles their damage.
All right. Oh my god, how scary is this? Can the tanks do it? Can the tanks do it? That's not a great answer to tanks, I guess.
Or Mass Spirit. Not Spirit. Status Traps.
Here we go. AoE has to be the answer. Starfall in the back. How much time will this have to run? So far not being cancelled. That's pretty good. But Starfall on the opposite side as well to counter.
Grubby's supply drops down to 19. He has basically only the bottom left. Foggy at 90. Archmage of HawK dies. Of course, super squishy dude. There's a lot of casters hurt for Taker and Focus, I guess. But there's so many heal ward. Look at them. You can't even kill them anymore. It's too many.
Forces are under
Did the Chims that just never died this
Nope.
game?
Nope.
They are just tanking through this entire Starfall duration. Oh, that's a lot of damage though. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
But there's so many heal wards. It's like they have so many heal wards as there's critters on road to Stratholm.
Dude, but they did hold, didn't they? TC in trouble. Does he still have the ultimate? I think he does.
Yep.
MK doesn't have mana right now. The Kodo's gonna fall. They actually hold. Are you serious?
How in the world did they hold this?
MK should have a Storm Ball in a second. Ah, but okay, there is a TP.
Moving the Chimeras back into the Starfall was not the best idea. The tank survived for quite a long time. Oh, they tap out. They hold, they survive, but they give it up anyway. The winners of the threes are Focus, Taker, and Foggy, of course.
Guys, come on over to us. We want to hear about that game. What a cool hold, though, man. I did not think that that was possible. Yeah, maybe he stayed in the Starfall a little bit too long. I think that Starfall was full duration.
Taker and Focus with the biggest smile on their face. I think Commander Foggy, like, he knew a little bit about 3v3v3v3 before. Pat on the back by the legend.
HawK came close here to winning all the team games, but
Yes.
not quite. Foggy's taking a photo.
Nice.
He wants to capture this moment.
And that's a interesting thing because they were teammates, Foggy and Focus. Now they have to play against each other in the next best of the next one-on-one.
That's true.
But of course we want to hear. Yep. Of course we want to hear from the winners, and so I hope they will join us on the casting couch as soon as possible. That was a lot of action, a lot of chaos. Kind of uncastable at points, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And they're coming over.
Take a seat, guys.
Yep.
These places are reserved for you. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna make way here. Focus, come over here.
All right, a little bit of chaos here as well, coming from the threes.
Hello.
Taker,
Yes.
you're actually winning something here.
Yeah. Thanks to these guys.
After the draft, Foggy came to you and said, why would you want two orcs in your team? It's not logical.
Yeah, well, double TC would work out in the end.
Yeah,
We're all level
because
10.
because Taker decided to take players. Foggy, I like you, so come on to my team. Not because we need different race for
Yeah, it
better.
was not very strategical. It was.
How happy were you, Focus, with your teammates?
Sorry.
How happy were you to team up with these guys before the game? Do you think you can win?
Yes, I think I can win, but after game I feel really tired.
Oh, that's good for Europe, of course, as you guys will meet each other next, but we will have a little break between, so you can get a coffee and rest.
3 minutes.
5, actually, this time.
Oh.
What do you guys think was the key to victory for you?
Patience.
Patience, yeah.
And second game, Taker didn't forgot to make expansion.
Yeah. Well, I thought Focus was supposed to do it, so I was. And then.
Before game, we decided that Taker take 2 gold mines and will support me so that I can go Chambers. But after some time, I see that no expo and. Where expo? Taker. I think Focus should expo.
Yeah. Little misunderstanding.
So that's why you did the regame. Oh,
No, I got a block.
yeah, we found a bug in this 3v3
But actually, I have some experience. 1 year before, last year we played with Koreans and Asian players on this map.
Yep.
So I played like 30 games with Puch and TGV.
Ah, yeah, it was the Great Wall.
Yeah, so
exactly.
I know this map very well, and I know that need patience, no need war. That because Taker, I'm ready, go, and I am always type B.
Yeah.
I was
So-
3-3 upgrades and I had 100, and I gave them all my gold all the time, so I thought, let's go.
Guys, in those big fights, how do you micro? Is that possible?
I take care about Chimers because if just a click, so they just died. So I must some hit and run. But I think for Starfall you don't need micro control. Just
Well, I just
you use 2Ks, Anti-Magic Potion, and Starfall. and
Yeah.
Just watch what happened in fight.
All right.
Yeah, for me it's just like a click, then try to let all the bats explode and do some stomps. But I can't even see my TC. That's the problem. it's just completely covered with air units. So I had no idea where my TC
But
was.
you had one great storm where you killed Happy
Yeah.
Script Lord. We saw
Yeah, yeah.
that. That was a great one.
It's
Just
so,
in
so cool when versus Happy you have 20 chimers and just one click and Lich died.
Seems like you guys had a lot of fun. We will go focus some rest here, and we go into a small commercial break. Oh, not commercial break, just a break. So in 5 minutes, we will be back with Foggy versus Focus, if you can catch some breath. Otherwise, we give you some time as well. All right, guys, get some snacks, get some drinks. The action continues here at Back to Warcraft with Blizzard's Warcraft Invitational. The next game of the Europe versus Korea is coming up. Stay tuned.